Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. Today, we are going to use our Work palette. And I call it that because this shade in the middle is called Work with the E, not an O. And so what I'm thinking of doing is this shade. We're going to hop around. This shade, this one, and then this for outer corner. Maybe transition. And maybe lower lash line. We do have silver on lower lash line, and this is what we have on our inner realms. So, yeah, so let's get into this look. That was weird. So we're going to go ahead and take this shade, and this is going to go on our inner corner. I did not tap off. This is almost a non-shade for me. For some reason, no, we used Cobalt the last look. For some reason, I'm feeling like I just did this, but I think because I was looking at it so much over the last couple days that I feel like I use it. So what's on my face right now is Fenty Brow Pencil, Fenty Soft Matte Face Primer, Fenty Soft Lit Foundation, NY11 Natasha Under Eye, and NY12, and a little of the Y10 in this area right here. And that's everything. Oh, and I prime my eyes with the Fenty brow pencil. Now we're going to come down to this shade right here. By way of intro, hello again, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why is that? Because a crazy concept we believe in here is just being our authentic self. Not trying to be someone or acting in a way that we normally don't. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. We set the standard for ourselves. You will hear in some videos, you have to use this brand, you have to use this tool, you must use this technique. And I'm here to tell you that you don't. I'm here to say if you want to try all the things, go ahead and try all the things, but then settle upon, what you like best for you. Because again, you set the standard for yourself. And wear whatever you want to and just rock it. And that's because here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them when we want to, if we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand for here, and I do hope that resonates with you, and I hope it reminds you of how amazing you are. And to not let anybody tell you different. What you think about yourself is far more important than what other people think about you. And not to be conceited or anything, but just know that you're okay. And if there's something about you that you want to change for yourself to be a better person, then do that for yourself, not for somebody else. And regardless, still love yourself and just be the best you that you can be every day. Going back to the first brush, if you're new here, not adding more shadow on it. If you're new here, what am I going to say? Oh, two things to to know about me. I do curse in videos and in live streams because I do curse in life. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, or belches. And I do try to be aware of it to say, excuse me, because even for a troll, that is rude behavior. So now we're going to come down here to this shade. I don't know what this is going to look like. Ooh. But I know I wanted to deepen out this corner, and we're going to blend that, y'all. We really are. This shade is deep. The name's on the back, but I feel like it would take up unnecessary time to go back and forth. So that's why we're just going to keep on rolling. I was looking at a video on YouTube. I forget the name of the channel, but the video was called something like Analyzing Tina Turner's voice range or something. So it's one of those channels where they pick apart range, the notes, how to get from one note to the other note. And it was very informative because one lady was saying like the different vocal cords and how sound vibrates. And I was just like she was really getting into the logistics of like your vocal cords and even your nasal passages and how notes may sound and how they may change over time, because she had mentioned a few singers who had, nose surgery. What is it called? Rhinoplasty. And she was saying how it changed the notes that they were able to hit. Like they couldn't hit some that they could hit before, or they were able to hit some that they couldn't hit before. And so it was just really interesting to me. And something else that interested me is hearing Tina Turner. We're going back to the brush that had the purple, not adding shadow, because this is higher up than this side. So we're just going to feather up here with whatever is left in the brush and see if it's enough to just bring that up. And even hearing Tina talk about her voice, she was a powerhouse, y'all. Oh my gosh. She was saying when she was with Ike, it was more yelling, versus when she started doing her own thing, it was more singing. And I thought that was interesting because, and then of course they put in clips of different songs and you can actually hear it. And I was thinking how I wouldn't have said, you know, she was yelling, but it really was. But I still liked her style back then, and I liked it when she went solo too. But she's always been a powerhouse. And, you know, it was really interesting seeing them analyze her voice. Another one of the shows, they analyzed Michael Jackson's voice, and over the years, and how they changed the tone of the music, because as he got older, he wasn't able to hit the notes that he did when he was younger, especially after some of his surgeries, his nose surgeries. And so it was just interesting because we hear, well, I hear songs and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this song, I like the notes, I like the melody, but I don't really think about the inner workings of, you know, someone's throat. And also how their facial structure is. And they were talking about opera singers, how just the shape of their face, which includes, you know, your bone structure, your jaw structure, like how that impacts the tones you can hit, and, you know, how excuse me, you carry notes. And I was just like, it was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. And if I remember, I will put that video, I will link it in the description box. There's always a lot of information down below, a lot of links if you enjoy shopping, or even for necessary stuff. I do also have some department store links down there if you shop at department stores, Nordstrom, Macy's, and of course makeup websites and stuff. I like this look. We're going to get a little bit darker still. We're going to use this brush. I don't use this that often, so I'm using it now to see if I still like it, because it's a little flimsy. And versus, I'm trying to find a clean one, versus another one like the first brush I used. It may be because the bristles are shorter. So this is a clean one like the first one I used, and this is the Makeup Forever one. This is Esom. This is Makeup Forever. And so maybe just because it's longer, it gets flimsier the further you come out. So we're going to use this today, and I do have 2 of these, and we're going to see how that works. And I have this for outer corner, but this, I'm liking that one, but we're going to put this here because it's going to add some color. And so, oh yeah, this did what I wanted it to do. Ooh, this was my vision, y'all. And I know I had said before, I normally don't visualize a look. I just, you know, let the look define itself as it as it forms. But this, yeah. And this brush is working well for this. I just tapped it, y'all. Look at this. I'm just going to press. Y'all, these shadows and this brush, let me know if you have anything from MAC. MAC is still the OG. A lot of these shades I found at the CCO, which is Company Cosmetic Store, or this, where you live, it might be a CCS. Excuse me, did I say that right? CCS is Company Cosmetic Store. CCO is Company Cosmetic Outlet, and everything in there is under the Estee Lauder house. And I forget how many brands are within the Estee Lauder house, and when I go in there, I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's like so many different brands in there. But this is working good for this, but I'm still kind of like, I think I need to use it more often. I like how this came straight out, how I did that sharp point, and this side I just went different. So let's just put some here and just try to sharpen this up and bring this way. So we're trying to get, okay, I think we got it. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna use it a few more times because I tend to gravitate towards this one, but this one, because it is longer and because the bristles are a little flimsy, it's allowing me some leeway in doing what I'm doing right now, like just this little fine point, which I actually like, and it helps me get a fine point, bringing that up here too as well, like I'm doing right now. So sometimes when you have a brush that you're not sure about, find a way, if you want to, just use it in different ways, because I do like that, and I do really like that shape. I really do. So we're going to put that down. We're going to take this brush and we're going to, and I'm not sure how this is going to affect these colors, because this is like a mustard pukey green type baby poop color, and that's the lightest matte in here, and this is too bright. So we're just going to tap in lightly, and we're going to tap lightly. So we're tapping lightly just to see what it looks like. Now we're going to swirl. I think it looks good right here because it is so close to my brow that it's kind of blending in. And so we're going to do the same thing here. I think where it might get funky is once we come out here, but we're going to do it. So we're just going to, and we're going lightly. I am barely tapping the brush in the shadow, and we're putting this on the top line of the lid shades, tapping ever so lightly, not even enough to tap off. And I think, you know what, I like this. And so there are times when I do just go in with a shadow, but when I'm not sure, I do kind of go slow and take my time and see how it's going to look, because that way if I don't like it, it's easier to cover up if I just did a small part versus just swiping the whole thing and being like, ooh, I don't like it. And then I got to fix the whole line. But I like this, and I like that this is buffing out this edge, because that was kind of sharp. But let's take a little bit more and just put that like right here. Right here. So do let me know if you do still have MAC. I remember back in the day, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, if you didn't have MAC, you didn't have makeup, period. Like MAC was it. And now it's not even the it girl anymore, but for me it's still an OG, and I love the MAC products that I have. I've always enjoyed, why is my pinky out like that? I always enjoyed their shadows, their formula, and like for me they're tried and true, they're staples in my stash here. I like the formulas, I like how they perform, I like how they work, they're not messy, and I like this. I like the gradients in color. I can see each color. I can see, well, almost. This shade is like a there not there shade, and then you see this light purple, which shows up nice. Then you see the gray, and then you see that outer corner, that burgundy shade. And I like that. This is a pretty gradient, and everything blends together like really well. And this was a good choice for up here, even though I was kind of like, I don't know. We are going to take, I want to put this underneath just to add a oomph, or to just add something. You know, let me take a smaller brush first. We're going to take this one. This is another Makeup Forever brush, and I like this one for lower lash line. And it says on here, well, it doesn't say what it's for. It's number 210. And we're going to stamp this orange under here. We're going to stamp and wiggle, stamp and wiggle, stamp and wiggle. And now we're going to bring it across, and we're going lightly because y'all see all my glorious wrinkles under here, so I don't want to like move my skin too much, and that's why we stamped it first, just to get it there. And I like this as well. Okay, and then once it's there, just do some minor blending. So this is just the silver, this is with the orange on top. I like what that did. And so we are just tapping straight in to the shadow, tapping off, and we're going to press and wiggle, press, press, and wiggle. And also this brush allows me to get close to the lash line. This is the brush I was going to use. It's going to place and blow out at the same time just by the design of the brush. And so I am glad that we did this one. And maybe I will still take that one and add more. Or do I want to, I think I might just want to leave this like this and not add more, not blow it down wide. There are a lot of colors in this look, and I'm digging it. I'm trying to think right now. Ooh, I do like when my lower lash line color matches my upper lash line color. So I think we're going to put this on our upper lash line, because that'll play off of this orange. It does show up more in person because I'm in front of all of these lights. And I just finished the live stream, and I think we turned them all off. Well, the two side lights we turned off, and I think at one point we turned off the mirrored light, so we were just here with just the ring light. And so it is different in person. I like that. Like, you can tell there's something there. And I like how this silver pulls through or comes through that orange. So we're going to put this brush away. I said orange. I mean orange. So this is the shade. Let me open the palette again so I can show you these two colors together. This is Inglot number 97, and you can't see because the lid is black. This is what this looks like. And so holding it up with the palette, this is the orange on the lower lash line. I'm trying to get the glares off, excuse me. And this is what the eyeliner looks like. So it's going to play off of that. I'm trying to think now also with a lip, because sometimes I like the lip to go with my eyeliner, and then like sometimes I just don't really care. Oh goodness. I think we can do something. No. Do I want to go bold? I think we're going to put this on. Let me get the glare off. We're going to put this on because this will bring out the purple, that second shade on our lid. We're going to, and that's going to be bold. And I do have a darker purple. I think this will look better. This will bring it out. This will bring out that purple. But this, because I like darker lip shades. We're going to put this on though. We're committed. We're committed. So we're going to, well, let me take out mascara because I usually forget. We're going to take out Lancome Sills Booster Mascara Base, Lancome Lashy Doll Mascara. We're going to finish off the face, eyeliner for upper lash line. I'm trying to think of how much I want to do to the face. Bronzer, blush, highlighter, and do the lip and finishing powder, and then we will be back. Y'all, look at this lipstick. Does this brighten up the look or what? This is from Spellcast Beauty, which is Notoriously Morbid's sister brand, and I do have a code for Notoriously Morbid below, and their website is where you get the Spellcast Beauty stuff. Y'all, I love this. So for those who say, do a nude eye look, do a bold lip, do a nude lip, do a bold eye look, whatever. So yeah, we do have color, but this is pretty. This is a pretty look. And I like that there are different colors in it. You can see the different colors. I like how they all blended together. Even that shade we used for our transition shade. And then with this lip, we did a simple, we only used one bronzer today instead of two. We used this blush, which I thought was going to be too bright, but it's really not. This is from, it came in, I want to say the advent calendar for Notoriously Morbid, and this was a pressed shadow that came from them, so I just put them in here. So this shade looks really bright and shiny, but it's nice. And we used a Sigma highlighter, which is Golden Hour, and for bronzer we just used Caramel Cutie from Fenty. Of course, we set the face with the Fenty Cashew setting powder, and for finishing powder we use Mood Light from Hourglass. And so that's everything. And I already showed you the mascaras. You know what I have on, my inner rims and lower lash line. So this is the look. Oh damn, I forgot to put this on. I'll be right back. And you know what's ironic is that the last look I did with the Cobalt palette, I did the same thing. I put on a mascara and was like, oh shoot, I forgot the eyeliner. But it was challenging, but we were able to get it on behind the lashes and not disturb the lashes. So this is a look. Let me know what you think. Hang tight. We're going to do our third BYOP from MAC, and then we'll wrap up the video. Hey, thanks for hanging out, y'all. We are going to use Starry Night. I call this my Starry Night MAC BYOP because I know that this shade right here is called Starry Night. So this is what the palette looks like, and I'm thinking, and this is a pretty dual chrome, so you see it's bluish and then it's burgundy. So we're going to start with the gold inner corner, I believe, and then this shade, and then this one for outer corner, and lower lash line, and transition. That's what I'm thinking we're going to do. Let me pull out mascara right now because I usually almost always just about forget. So that is what we're going to do today. Today is January 17th. We are going to prime your eyes and then come back and jump into this palette. I'm going to take this brush. We're using the same brushes we used yesterday. I did wash them. I do wash brushes after every use. But look at that, y'all. Just pressing it in. I do have on a Fenty eyeshadow primer. Look at that, no issues at all. I'm leaving a lot of space for the center lid shade because it is a dual chrome, multi-chrome, some type of chrome. And you know what, I'm going to take this a little further because we're going to overlap the center shade with this shade for our blending as we usually do. So the way I blend is just lightly overlapping the two shades where they meet. And so starting out bright. And I could use an Hourglass number 3 since we are taking Starry Night over the majority of the lid. So I'm going to put this one away. And in comparison to Hourglass number 3, this is wider, so I can cover more area faster. The eSums come in handy for when I'm doing like 4 shades on my lid. So we're going to go ahead into Starry Night, this shade. Oh, I haven't used this palette in a while for no particular reason. But, oh my gosh, look at this shade, y'all. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Like, look at this. Oh, man. Oh, so we're going to do our very light overlap, slight overlap. And we are going to not take it up super high because we are going to put a color in our transition area. And the lid part is done, y'all. Oh, something's itching. Something is itching. This is the brush I use for primer and foundation. The same stuff we used yesterday. Is it? Yeah, except today for chapstick we use Cotton Candy. I don't know if I said yesterday which one we used. And I have realized that I stopped saying or stopped starting with chapstick. So I am still playing around with presenting, you know, whatever it is we're doing in the video, and not trying to bore anyone, but rather just garner a little bit more attention so that people stay. And skipping videos is completely fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, because it is not, but I would like for people to stay. And that's also why I tell stories. Well, not that they're lies, but I talk about something, and it's usually just whatever's on my mind in that moment. Yeah, my mind can be a scary place sometimes. Oh, quick check-in. The lady that called me and then her son texted me. He texted me the day that she passed away today. So that's where that is. Dude with the house, have not heard from. So I'm thinking that is a done deal for 2025. Like, don't take 2024 mess into 2025. And so if that is what he's doing, I appreciate it. Because if y'all have been here for that journey, y'all know. So I am still feeling really good about my boundaries. We're going to use this brush again, and we're going to take this shade, excuse me for the glare, that one down there, and let's see. So we're pressing, and you see how even though this is blue, because of the shifts in that middle shade, I'm thinking I might need to switch brushes, because I have to pack a little more because of the flimsiness of the brush, and that's because of how long it is. Let's work on the other eye and then decide we're going to switch brushes. I do really just want to determine if this is a brush that I'm going to actually use on a regular basis, and I kind of think not, because I haven't used it in a while as it's been. So I might give it away. And I'm trying to think if I want to do another brush declutter giveaway, because I do wash brushes after every use. And also when you receive brushes, you should wash them anyway. And even when I buy brushes, I wash them before I use them because I have sensitive skin. And a lot of people seem not to, because I've seen videos where someone purchased brushes, they just open a pack and start using it. And I'm like, I don't know if it fell on the floor at the factory, I don't know, whatever. And so part of it is like budding germaphobe here, but the main part is if there's residue from whatever on there, I don't want that on my eyes or my skin. This side is up a little bit higher, so I need to, yeah, this brush is causing me to work a little bit with what I'm trying to do with this shadow. And I know I can do the same thing on this side as I did on the other side, but it's just like, it's making me work for it. And you know what, honestly, my, the shadow out here, the shape is always different anyway. So it's not necessarily the brush, but because it's not picking up a lot of shadow and holding it, I'm finding that I have to go in and out of the palette more often. So we're using the tip of the brush to feather this up here. And I do think we're going to leave this way. I am volunteering at the play space tonight, and so right after this I'm leaving. I have had my lunch slash dinner. I should say breakfast slash lunch, because I just got up, well, about an hour ago, and I went ahead and fixed a hearty breakfast, which was more like dinner, but my shift is over at 1 a.m. So this is what we have, this is what we got, and I am kind of, yeah, I need to just stick with this brush for just the very, very outer corner, because this is making me work. I do like how it's looking. I like how it was turning out, how it did turn out, and you see how it does like fade into that center shade. All right, so we're going to put that down. We're going to take this brush. This is a Sigma something, E45, this one. The first brush we used, this was an Esom T37 in Hourglass number 3. This is the Makeup Forever 234. And again, this one is the Esom 45. So we're going to take this shade, excuse me, right here. And we're going to do the, you know what would look nice too, would be this shade. That's making me think of a shade from Mission XXX. So we're tapping in, tapping off, and tapping here. This is darker than the transition shade we used yesterday, and that is perfect because this is a darker look, I think. So this is playing off of this inner corner shade and is going nicely over the center shade. So this is without the shade, this is with that shade. So we are just tapping straight in, tapping off, and then we're tapping in once that time, and tapped here, tapping in once more, not tapping off. So you see where it is there. So now we're just going to blend it. That's it. And I'm wondering if I want to do that inner corner shade just under my brow bone, because we do have that little bit of shade there. This side we kind of don't, because I went up higher with this shade, so let's do that on this side. But I am going to take that gold shade and put that just under the brow. This is nice. What brush do I need to do that? What brush did I use before that I really like for that? This brush. Where are my other Esoms? My other Esoms are over there. So we're going to take this brush. This is Scott Barnes number 60 brush, and we're going to go into our tear duct shade. It wasn't even our tear duct. On the first quarter of our lid, our inner lid area, and we're just going to draw a straight line right up under the brow. It's there but not there is cute, and you can tell the coloring is different there than my skin over here, which actually is Invisipink. The Fenty eye primer on the packaging says Invisipink, so it does have a pink tint to it. And so, me likey. So that's it for the shadows, y'all. Eyeliner, I think, oh, no, that's not it. Excuse me. This shade right here for lower lash line. And we have an aqua blue. I always want to say aqua green. It is aqua green from NYX. It's their retractable eyeliner. And for inner rims, we have a matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner and Hellbent. So this is on our inner rims. So we're going to take this red shade and we're going to stamp it like we stamped the color yesterday. I was wishing, I knew I was going to like this look. So I was considering wearing contact lenses, and then I forgot I don't have any because they expired in December. And I did look up like, are contact lenses safe to use after the expiration date, and all the stuff I read advised against it because it can mess up your eye health. And I'm like, you know what? Okay. So I threw them away because during COVID, because I wasn't going anywhere, well, not many places, I wasn't wearing my contacts. And so I had, you know, almost a full box of each prescription because both my eyes are different descriptions. And when I started wearing them again, I'm like, oh, I need to just hurry up and wear them, but they expired anyway. So, and I get my glasses free from the VA, but they don't do contact lens exams, which is the same exam except for contacts. They also measure, what am I called? Talking about your pupils or your whatever. Where my eyes are brown, they measure that whole part. lipstick applicator, because I feel like it wants to tear right here. So this is the look. So we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades, easy peasy. Y'all saw how quick that was. I'm putting on my eyeliner now so I don't forget like I did the last couple times. We're going to take from Fortune, from Melt Cosmetics. This is Fortune. We're going to put this on upper lash line, and I'm going to do that before I powder down my face, because I've been putting on mascara and forgetting to do the eyeliner, and then trying to fight to get to my upper lash line behind my eyelashes. So we're going to set with cashew powder as usual. Face stuff. Let me just randomly pick something. I think we used that yesterday. Excuse me. I don't remember what we used yesterday. We're going to take Sigma. We're just going to do Sigma stuff. Sigma bronzer in Deep. Sigma blush. Here's the bronzer. Sigma blush in Bronze Star. And both these were gifted to me by Bestie. And also we'll use the highlighter that she gifted me. I feel like we used this yesterday for some reason. And this is Golden Hour. So we're going to put all of that on. And then for setting powder, not quite choosing randomly. Luminous Light, because I want something that also looks nice under my eyes, and that's what this looks like, and it's described as a champagne pearl. And then we are going to spray the face with the Scandinavia spray, since I am going to be out for quite a while. So we're going to do all of that, and then we'll come back and this look will be done. This is our finished look. The lippy that we used was from Notoriously Morbid. It came in their advent calendar. We did indeed put this on before our mascara. This eye, y'all, is tearing, and it's tearing upward, so it's disturbing the shadow up here. And I have been patting it out with the brush we used for that shade, but I really just, and it does fix it, but I really need it to stop tearing, because otherwise it's just going to look a mess. And this would be the day out of all days that are it would tear, like when I'm actually going somewhere. And we did spray the face, and we put on everything else that we said we were going to do. I like my wings today. My wings are decent. And so this is our finished look. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to hang out longer, there's stuff over here popping up for you to watch. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.